Welcome to the how-to video on how to fill out your Subiendo application. We will go through the step-by-step process into filling out our application together. So first, we must go to the Subiendo Academy for Rising Leaders homepage and click on Apply Now. Here you'll enter your UTE ID. If you do not yet have a UTE ID, be sure to check out the video on how to get a UTE ID. Once you do, you enter it here. And we will enter our Bob Subiendo's UTE ID for video purposes and click Log In. This will pop up once you've successfully logged in each time. And here is the Subiendo Academy application. You'll notice that there are 6 different sections for Step 1 and 2 different sections for Step 2. But you cannot start Step 2 until you finalize your Step 1 part of the application. So to begin, we can either click here or Apply Now down at the bottom. And it already has your information from creating your UTE ID, but we just first fill out the first part of the application, your personal information. If you have a nickname that you prefer being called, gender, shirt size, and an email. If you should have an email already on file with your UTE ID creation, but if that is for some reason not the email you wish to be on file for your Subiendo application, you can enter an alternate email here. We can put one for Bob Subiendo and your home address. Make sure every part of this is filled out, and as well as one phone number. You must have one phone number on file, whether it be home phone or cell phone. Your parent or guardian's name will go in this section. And their address. Perfect. Once you have that, it's time for your emergency contact information. If it is by chance the same as your parent or guardian information, you can simply check the box and it will fill out everything else. If it is somebody else that you wish to be the emergency contact, you can enter that there. If there was a person that you would like to thank who referred you to Subiendo, you can enter their information here, their name, how you know them, a phone number, and an email. And finally, if you have access to a computer at home, please select yes or no. If yes, which computer programs do you use on a regular basis? You can check as many that apply. And Bob Subiendo is very computer oriented, so he knows them all. We can click Save down at the bottom, and once you click Save, that just saves the information that you have filled out for this portion of the application. So it won't change unless you want to change it. If you click Save and Continue, you can move on to the next one. And notice that that has been saved and it has turned green, section 1. So you have completed everything on there. Section 2 is education. What high school did you graduate from? And our expected graduation date. A GPA out of however your school weighs them. Class rank, if your school does rank or not, you can check the box here and it will fill out the next part. Your school does not rank, therefore you wouldn't have a percentile, and if you do plan to attend college, yes, no, or undecided. If it is by chance yes, will you be the first of your family to attend college? You simply click yes or no, answer the question. And we can click save and continue. Oh, but we couldn't continue. Notice there was an error. We didn't finish filling out our expected graduation date. If this does happen throughout your application, you will not be allowed to sort of save and continue. You'll see this error pop up at the top. It'll tell you exactly what is missing, and we can see that our graduation date is missing, so we're going to put May of 2013. And now let's see. We can click save and continue. Oh, that's the wrong year for us. We need to graduate in 2014. And now it turned green, so we fixed everything on that page. Section 3 is extracurricular activities and or leadership positions you hold while in school. You are allowed to enter up to 10, I believe, extracurricular activities or organizations that you're involved in. Be sure to put the name of the organization, what position you held, how many years you were involved, from 1 to 9 years, and if you were elected or appointed to this position. Once you've filled out to the best of your ability, you move on to family obligations. If you do have any family obligations that keep you from participating in extracurricular activities, you can select yes or no. For example, if you may have to work to support your family income, or if you have to take care of brothers and sisters, different things like that, whether it be yes or no. If you do work, you can answer this question. If yes, be sure to describe what is it that you do. If you provide primary care for any family members, yes or no. If you have other family obligations, please describe what those may be, and how much does your family earn in a year. This is probably something you may need your parents to refer to, so be sure to ask them. And if there are other siblings that attend college that do live in your household, be sure to include how many those are. So right now, Bob Subiendo has 2 brothers who are in college, and they still live with him. Awards. This is the part if you've received any awards based on your leadership or scholarship, need, or skill, and when you received them. You are allowed to put up to 6 awards for whatever. For example, there's a perfect attendance that Bob Subiendo has received. So he's going to put that here, perfect attendance award. We got that from the Subiendo crew. That was his organization. And the basis for that award was perfect attendance and the date you received it, May of 2009. Once you've filled out whatever awards you wish to put, you move on to employment. If you have, please list any work or internship experience you may have in order of its importance to you. So whether it be with a company, what position it was, what duties you had, and the dates of employment. So for Bob, he worked at a landscaping company over the summer. And just some quick notes as to what you did at this job. And definitely the date. And like we said, this was only a summer job, so it was from May to to August. You are allowed to list up to 4 employment experiences that you've had. The last 3 questions are questions about expanding on some of your extracurricular activities and things like that. So, for example, the first one is optional. If you can choose to answer it or not. You must provide any additional details about your work experience that you would like the committee to know. So, this is referring to your past employment experiences, and you can elaborate on any duties or accomplishments you made, say, at the landscaping company. I was named Employee of the Month. And keep in mind that there is a 150-word maximum on this optional question. The next question, however, is not optional. It is required for this section of the application. You must briefly describe what your goals are after college. This is up to 50 lines and has an 800-word maximum, so it can be a little longer. We really want to know what your plans are after college, if you've thought that far, or even not. Be sure to write it right here. And the last question is another optional question. Provide any additional information you would like the admissions committee that has not been addressed above to know. You may include descriptions of your involvement within activities, anything. What makes you stand out as an applicant? This is the chance to put it in the optional question. There is a 200-word maximum on this one. That's about 20 lines. And for Bob Subiendo, he is going to talk about how he created a 5K this last year and raised money for an organization for his Subiendo crew. Again, that question is optional. Once you think you filled out everything on here, we can click Save and Continue to check. And it was true. We filled out everything because our first 3 sections now turned green. Section 4 is the essay section, which hopefully you have written already. Essay number 1 talks about a challenge that Texas is facing related to an issue such as energy, environment, healthcare, or education. Essay number 2 is about a person who has a significant influence on you, and number 3 is the most challenging obstacle you've had to overcome. So here is where we will upload them onto our online application. The first thing we have to do is click Choose File. And wherever you've saved your essay at, we will go ahead and find it on your computer. And this was the essay number 1 issue. So once it has found it, you can see that it's popped up right here, and make sure it's the right one, issue essay for number 1, and you must click Upload Essay. If you do not click Upload Essay, it won't be successfully saved. Once that happens, you'll see essay uploaded. This right here, it will turn green, and you know that you have successfully uploaded your essay. And you do this for each of the essays. Be sure that on your essays you have written your UTE ID up at the top left-hand corner on each of them, so that we can correlate that essay is to be yours. Again, we'll click Choose File, find whichever essay it is, and click Upload Essay. It'll turn green, and you'll do that for the last one as well. It's going to be a good idea to have somebody look over your essays before you upload them and make sure you've edited them to the best of your ability. Have a friend, a teacher, somebody that you trust with good grammar skills and writing skills to make sure that your essay is perfect. So you have uploaded all 4 essays, And that section has turned green. Now finally we come to section number 5 of our application. That's biographical information. What's the highest level of education your mother has completed? They're unknown or no high school, some high school. Click which best fits your mother, and the same thing for your father. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Yes or no. And then you'll get to select the racial category or categories with which you most closely identify. And you can click as many that apply here. And what language do you speak at home? If you in fact speak any other languages besides English, please list them here. And if you are fluent or advanced, your level within this language, and if you've spoken it for however many years. If it was all your life, you can go ahead and put that there. You are allowed to add up to 5 languages. We will save this page, and let's see if we can continue. And that is that. All of our sections have now turned green. We've come to number 6. It says that our sections are completed. Here you can click back to any section if you'd wish to go over some of your information. If there's anything you'd like to add or change, you can do so at this time. But just remember that once you click Finalize Application at the bottom, you won't be able to change anything. So it would be a good idea to go back and make sure you have filled out everything. Even on your short answer questions in section 3, those will want to be reviewed, so make sure you've done that. Once you are satisfied with your application, you can click Finalize Application down here at the bottom, and by pressing Submit, remember that you acknowledge that the information you've provided is both truthful and correct, and that you cannot make any more changes once you've clicked this button. So Bob Subiendo is done, but we are not completely done yet. We have finished section 1 of our application, but now we're going to move on to section 2. You can see that we are almost finished. So for section 2, we have to upload 2 separate documents. That'll be your high school transcript and your Subiendo recommendation letter from a teacher, from a counselor, from somebody that knows you and would like to recommend you for this program. It works the same way as it did uploading your essays. If you prefer to upload these files, you can do so. There are a couple of other options you can do. You can mail your transcript in. You can click this box to do that. You must make sure that your UTEID is on all mailed materials. Or if you would like to email your transcript, you can do that as well. So you can scan it onto your computer, make sure that your UTEID is in the email, and here's the email that you send it to, subiendo@austin.utexas.edu. And whichever you prefer, Bob Subiendo is actually going to upload his UTEID is on there. Make sure you have it on there somewhere, and you'll click Upload Transcript for that. And the same thing goes for your letter of recommendation. You can upload it here, mail it in, or email it. And we are going to go ahead and email it to subiendo@austin.utexas.edu. And if you choose one of these other options, you must click Save Your Recommendation Preferences. And that will have done that, and you must make sure that you follow up with actually mailing in your materials or emailing them. That will be up to you if you didn't upload them onto this application. Well, once you've done that, your application is now complete. Almost. Since we did click that we're going to email our letter of recommendation, currently the application is marked as incomplete and will be marked as complete when the Subiendo office has received that letter of recommendation or supplemental materials. Other than that, we can return to the home page, and see that all of our section 1 of the application is complete and section 2 is just waiting on our supplemental materials. You can check back here to this page and log in with your UTE ID to check on the status of your application, and we hope this helped.